मुझे अटपटा लगा, to be honest. It was unique in its own ways. It was stating something that I read and I was like, oh, is something like this is being created? Initially, I thought it to be like something like Bumble or Tinder, but eventually I realized no, it's much more than that. This white paper is written very lucidly, and then it is vast, and it's very like crisp in form of writing. Everything is explained there. Nothing is out of the box. Everything is there. It's a complete set of white paper you give to somebody. The person is going to understand what is the core thing coming out. Talking to him, you get multiple arenas of why it was written, how it was written, and what is the concept behind. So there will be a chunk and there will be a mass that will be coming to your portal and your things that okay, they like the concept and there is something new about the same. So I felt about the legal things. Then I was like, already marriages, sex is about something of a concept that is generally not talked of. It's like in India, if I specifically say about the Asian part of the countries where we live, it's like, oh, it's touching those spots that are generally not touched. Okay, me individually, ethically, morally that I am, मुझे ये पसंद नहीं आया, to be honest. Then looking at the current world today, the way the world is progressing, the way relationships are, the way I counsel my students. To a lot of my students and colleagues, this is a need of time because they actually look for multiple commitments and then they finally opt for one. These things are okay, but there are few things that as a society we consider it as a taboo. We do not accept multiple things. The way we are born, the way we are fed in our minds is a very unique kind of concept coming to our part of geographical locations. हाँ, इस segment को जरूरत है, I would say, because there are multiple other apps, be it Shaadi, be it all the other apps, Tinder and Bumble. So this particular sector is least touched वाला हिसाब किताब है, मतलब बहुत कम touched है. तो this is a new concept or a new ideology coming up that why not this? And my question to you would be, is it only India that you are focusing at or is it across the world?
No, ये application purely global application है और हमारा focus इस समय top 10 developing countries हैं जिसमें India is one among 10. From a Web3 startup perspective, अगर हम मल्टीपल मार्केट्स को सिंगल एप्लीकेशन में सर्व कर रहे हैं, डोंट यू थिंक दिस मेक्स एन एक्सीलेंट प्रोपोजिशन, बिजनेस प्रोपोजिशन?
इट मेक्स अ प्रोपोजिशन, यस.
Web3 स्टार्टअप के अंदर एक प्रोबेबिलिटी टू बिल्ड अ पॉलीगॉन लाइक नेटवर्क इन द वर्ल्ड ऑफ डेटिंग फ्रॉम इंडिया, राइट. क्या उस लेवल पर ये प्रोजेक्ट सारे खानों को टिक कर रहा है कि नहीं?
It's covering some exclusive things also which a normal product is not trying to. I would say in a country like India, you're thinking ahead of times. Plus at the same time, there is a generation that is evolving with the same thing. Now, most of the marriages, most of the relationships, they break because they don't pass through the test.
Yeah.
So this is a kind of thing where you're trying to pass through the test of time and hardship, that is it really working or is it not working, or this is just in the young generation's language, it is like ये सिर्फ time pass चल रहा है या real reality में भी कुछ concrete चल रहा है. So when you have WhatsApp and you have other applications like Telegram, WhatsApp and few other things, be it Instagram, why would somebody enter? Okay, to pass through test of time, somebody would eventually somebody would also suggest as a counselor also go there and try that 6-month thing. If you are able to complete the test of time, maybe you will pass out. Who knows? Like there are so many things that come up, but they have some background. Just coming up for the sake of coming up of the token economics की इसको कुछ ऐसा set कर देते हैं. It might look fancy. I thought it that way. Why is it looking so fancy? इसका तो कुछ background नहीं दिख रहा है अभी मुझे. The way you explained me, I'm like, हाँ ठीक है, टेस्ट ऑफ टाइम तो पास करना पड़ेगा, चीजें इसी तरीके से तो चलती है लाइफ में. वर्चुअल रियलिटी में इसको प्लग इन किया गया है एक तरीके से. And since the way we have known ourselves, जितना हम आज की डेट में virtual reality में जीते, is very much equivalent to the real reality also. The way I have understood the whole thing, first you actually learned about the blockchain first, and then coming up with something like this, and then coming up with something that is beyond a normal person's imagination, that I should touch some other chords and try the test of time on your own self. That
तो रिद्धि,
okay,
फिलोसफर इसी को तो कहते हैं.
right?
अगर इंडिया को क्रिप्टो की दुनिया के अंदर यूनिक थिंकिंग करनी है, और वो यूनिक थिंकिंग वेल्थ सिस्टम्स और सोशोलॉजिकल सिस्टम दोनों के अंदर एक लीडरशिप पोजीशन की थिंकिंग है,
राइट?
तो आपके हिसाब से ये प्रोजेक्ट उस थिंकिंग के खानों को राइट क्लिक कर रहा है कि नहीं?
यस, राइट क्लिक कर रहा है.
हाँ, तो मेरा अगला सवाल आपसे ये है कि जब आपने टोकन इकोनॉमिक्स देखा तो आपको इसके अंदर कहीं पंप एंड डंप की पॉसिबिलिटी नजर आई?
Not specifically, because it is designed very stringently. Stringently in terms of there were multiple layers to avoid the pump and dump thing. The way the tokens are given, the way the likes generating section will get DropD. So analyzing the whole thing, that I was able to figure out. The token economics part, I was able to figure out कि इतना easy ये pump and dump नहीं होने वाला है, क्योंकि उसको कुछ उस तरीके से डिजाइन किया, and it is churned around. The token economics part is very vastly written and very vastly, उसका जो thought process है ना, उस पे thought process बहुत जरूरत से ज्यादा लगाया गया है. If you ask me what is the best part of the DropD thing, I would say the token economics are amazing. And the way it is presented, that it is not only a Web3 thing, it's still served as Web2 thing to people who are unaware of Web3. So this is a composite of both. At the same time, there are unique features which were not present traditionally in the traditional market. Like Facebook, you have to see all the requests, and there are so many friends who are not anymore of use. Like they meet you for a few times and then they move out of your life. There is a friend list, I would say, in Facebook. So that is eradicated and that is reduced in this project specifically. And it has advantage over multiple things that are already existing in market and that are doing good. And that are doing exponentially good in terms of attracting the youth crowd. So it is a sync between attracting both the level of people. You are not the user, you are actually the creator of the things when it comes to the Web3 world, and you have everything in your hands. So this community is going to be driven on their own. In order to know the water is hot or cold, somewhere or the other you have to touch it.